All right, that will do. Now I'm gonna
Cool.
put you in my ear.
Dude, my hands hurt now. All right. Oh,
Alright.
this is The Road to Empanema, episode 3.
Yeah, another quarantine episode.
Oh yeah, quarantine episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can make this like a part series, like quarantine friends part 2.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see
Yeah.
like over the time of the quarantine, we start to like get more and more insane because we don't know what to talk about. Like, sitting in our fucking
Yeah.
house all day. Yeah.
Well, we're not getting like new things to talk about, It's just like nothing's happening.
Yeah, unless we talk about old stuff, there's nothing. There's nothing new. I mean,
Yeah. Except for there's one new thing that started. Yesterday was our first day of online school,
oh
which
yeah,
was such a shit show.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
A shit show is definitely a way to say it. It's pretty
Is
easy. It's fairly easy.
Yeah, it's you can tell the difference between the teachers who like know what they're doing. They have they're young, they have their technology stuff down, and the
Yeah,
teachers who just do not know what's going on with this stuff.
yeah. Like
Good.
like my
Like,
LAT.
yeah.
Oh, you go.
Oh, okay.
No.
Like my science teacher, dude, she's on top of it. She's got like she mailed us all these papers we need. She's made like hour-long videos about what we're supposed to be doing, working on for the week. Versus like my mom, who is struggling to make like a Google Hangouts thing, and she doesn't know how to do it. Yeah.
um. Yeah, my LA teacher. She's struggling hard. She had attendance is in the form of, I mean, a billion different things. I don't know if it's the same with you, but like, usually it's like assignment based. So you answer something and that's your attendance. Is that
Mhm.
for you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, that was kind of with us. We had a document we had to fill out, and, it was early in the morning, so I opened it, and I realized everyone had editing powers. So she gave all the kids editing powers to this document. So
Oh
kids,
no.
yeah, so all the questions, kids would delete the question and then put in their answers. So, like, Conrad did this, and it was all his shit.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, so everyone was just messing with it. And then, of course, we had our video call today. And,
Mm.
10, or no, it was 11 o'clock hits. I get on, Ian gets on, we're saying hi to all the other kids. And all 21 kids are on, except for Miss Carlson. Literally, she's not on the call. 10 minutes goes by, everyone's talking. We're like, what? Where is she? Like, this is her class.
Yeah.
And, Jaden gets email from her, and she's like, no, go to your Google Hangouts, and I sent you guys a personal invite, like, on the Hangouts
Oh my
app.
god.
So we wasted 10 minutes, and she's like, yeah, guys, sorry, I'm kind of still figuring out how this all works. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, yesterday Schoology was down, so like
Yeah,
half
I
the
know.
teachers would use Google Classroom and the other half use Schoology,
Yeah.
and then it just didn't work. And so like, my second period class, I'm like, yo, what do I do? How do I get onto this thing? And I'm just like, all right, whatever. I give up. I'm just not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Then the next class, same exact thing happened. And
Yeah.
so today, what we're doing, I don't know if it's what you're doing, Max, but it's basically like block periods
Oh, no,
where
we're not doing
it's
that.
like 4 classes, but we have 4 classes every day, but instead of being like an hour 45 or whatever they are, they're
Yeah.
just an hour, so just like a normal class.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Ours
it's
is
pretty
broken
sick.
up to video calls are 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, and you get two video
Mhm.
calls a day, so that's 8 right there, right? And then the rest of the school week is literally the teachers assign you work, and some teachers like my science, social studies, all those people, they give you a week assignments, which is nice because you can just like crank it out, get it done.
Yeah.
And then literally that's all self-paced, which is great because like Thursday I'm planning to get all my stuff done, and then pretty much Friday's off,
Yeah, that'd be super nice.
but
I like having stuff to do throughout the week.
yeah.
Like today, oh my god, dude, today
Yeah.
I had, so I got on, my two first classes had video calls, so I was on those.
Yeah.
Finished all my work up.
Mm-hmm.
Then my two next classes don't have video calls and just barely any work. So I got those done in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was on for like an hour and a half for the whole day.
Yeah, that's
cool.
Yeah, no, I remember because you get up, your video calls are earlier, and my first one's at 10. So I'm like...
Yeah, my first one's at 8:30.
Oh, wow. That's early, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like... I literally was getting up, and you send me a Snapchat. You're like, yeah, I'm done with school. I'm like, what?
Yeah. When I finished, I was waking my brother up. He was like, Ian, you gotta get on. Come on. Because my mom just forgot to wake him up, even though she was doing laundry right next to him. Like, he's sleeping, and it's like 2 minutes until his first call is supposed to start. It's like, Ian, get up. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Gotta get on. Come on.
Yeah. As this being like the beginning of this whole video call thing, I think everyone's pretty dead on. So when it strikes 10, everyone's there.
Yeah.
But I think as it progresses, kids are totally just gonna like bonk in and out. Like for example, Asher was sending, my friend, Aaron, Quinn, those guys the code. They all go to different schools than us for reference, and they were joining our video calls. So like, yeah, it's engineering, so and on the Google Hangouts thing, on like the bottom left corner, obviously you can see it. It shows people who come and go, and I'm just looking at it. It's flashing. Mr. Katie's just talking, and boom, Aaron Herbert has joined the chat, and I go, what? Because I wasn't following the chat. Ashley was giving it out, and I wasn't looking at it, and I was like, did I read that right? And I go to the thing and I click on his icon, and there's Aaron sitting there with his head. I'm like, what?
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Wait, definitely we gotta get some shenanigans going down with all this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think us sleeping over and doing that could be like a reality. Like, that would be awesome.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so for reference, because, the 3 people who watch our podcast, we had I guess my dad had an idea that we should have like one buddy who's like your quarantine friend. That's hence the title, but that's what he said. Quarantine friends.
Yeah.
Just, a friend who you can have over at your house, and if it's one person, then it's just like an addition to the family. You're not hanging out with large groups. It's just like one person, so you have some social interaction, right?
Yeah.
Because like look at our parents. They got their, husband, right, or wife.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So kids are kind of the ones with like literally nobody. I mean, you got.
Yeah. No, definitely.
You got your brother. I'm the only child, so.
Yeah, but my brother's not really much to talk to. Like.
Yeah. No, I know.
He's just he's on his computer every day, all the time.
Oh, dude.
Just playing CS:GO, dude, and he's good at it too, which is sad.
Yeah.
Like, and he makes these YouTube videos now.
Really?
Yeah, where he does trade ups to try and make money off CS:GO. I don't understand it, but it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's pretty good. Money? He's made like $5 or $10 so far, I think.
That's kind of sick, actually. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then he's spending his whole time on it, and I'm like, yesterday I was actually like, Ian, you should like get some more games. Get some like, I don't know, like Red Dead Redemption. That game seems fun. Like, I would play that.
Yeah, totally.
And he's like, no, I'm just gonna play CS:GO. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't ever get like bored of playing CS:GO, like.
Yeah.
I occasionally play Fortnite, and I'm like, after like maybe 10 rounds, I'm like, I can't play anymore. It's boring. But he can just play all day. He just goes all day. He does not get bored.
Yeah, dude, I don't understand
how do you do that?
Yeah, video games, how you can like do something for that long, because like,
Well, with some video games, I can understand it. Like, maybe you're grinding, like in Minecraft,
Yeah.
You're mining for like a few hours.
Yeah, for sure.
But with CS:GO, it's just the same thing, then it restarts, And I just cannot do that.
Yeah, I got you. Well, like, when we're like, downtown Longmont, for example, first time, like, me and Henry found the factory, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
When you're out, like, just kind of walking around, being outside with people, it's so like there's no game, there's no borders, there's no like boundaries. You're just like
Yeah.
out doing whatever, and I think that's like the most fun part.
Yeah,
'Cause
anything you want, yeah. It's
Yeah.
just freedom, you know.
Because I can't really name. There's only been a couple days where like I'm with friends, like, you know, like the one time downtown Pearl where we were walking around and we were like, nope, like we're not, there's nothing to do,
Yeah.
right? But like 98% of the time when like we're outside doing stuff and you're just like being a kid, you know, doing whatever, there's always stuff to do, you know, which is
Yeah,
why
totally.
video games I can never get into it for extended time because at some point it's just the same shit over and over again.
I will say though, I've been playing more Fortnite,
Really.
and I didn't play it for a really long time because I'm like, dude, Fortnite is for losers. I'm not getting into this. And some of the guys on my wrestling team played it, and I was like, yeah, I might give it a try. Then a while ago, I played some. Dude, it's like really fun. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I can't play for more than like an hour or half an hour maybe,
Yeah, for sure.
but it's pretty fun. And like, not to brag or anything, but I got my first epic victory royale literally
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah,
It was sick, dude.
that's fun.
I was literally like, fuck yes, yes. And then my mom was right outside and she heard me.
Oh, what'd you say?
She's, well, what happened?
Oh,
I won in Fortnite.
yeah, I won a 4-day, Mom. Even your mom's like,
Yeah.
you're fucking pathetic. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's what Ian's like. He's like, dude, you're pathetic. Yeah, I've won hundreds, dude. Hundreds. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but that new like train thing you found, Max. I didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, so I you know, should I talk about the factory? Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like give the background on the factory.
Wait,
Well.
what'd you say? What? I'm sorry. Me and Max are still over phone, so we're gonna be like cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Will, you know, he doesn't.
Dude,
We've already
I
talked
cannot
over
hear you
each
at
other.
all right now. You're like
Really? Dude,
just
your mic is
cutting
right
out
next
every
to
like
me.
half second.
Fuck. Yeah, we're sorry about this. All right, we're gonna try to, you know, we never
This is gonna
finished.
be a shit show.
Yeah, we never finished that whole thing. Well, we did. The whole quarantine thing. If we can actually make that happen, where like Will comes over, like these podcasts will be guaranteed to be, you know, live in person.
Oh, it's gonna be so much better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the factory, which is in Longmont, the abandoned sugar mill factory. You know, this is like early 1900s, burned down.
Did we have we talked about the factory?
No,
in the
that-
in the first podcast.
That's what I was saying. Again, you're cutting out, so you can't hear what I was saying. But I was saying, should we talk about the factory?
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure. So, I found this when I don't even know when. Yeah, probably when I moved down here to Longmont. It's an abandoned sugar mill factory, and it burned down like
Yep.
twice. And yeah, you can just like go in there.
Yeah, it's super sick.
It's just, you know, it's a sick abandoned spot. Obviously, you can go in there if you climb the fence.
Yeah.
You know, not saying
It's not like a tourist attraction. Or anything, you know,
Yeah.
like the owner is not cool with people going in there either. He's like, I've heard stories of him coming out with like a gun and forcing people away. He calls the cops on kids all the time.
Yeah, but those are like, you know, dumbasses who go in there and are like loud, like breaking glass and
Yeah, like
stuff.
throwing shit.
Yeah, like dude.
But I mean,
We're
we
fucking
we
ninjas.
kind of did that too. So
Okay. We're usually
like, to
very
be
good at that.
fair, we're not
Even-
better.
Yeah, dude, for sure. We're
We
usually
were
much better.
respectful though of the place.
Yeah, we're respectful of the
But-
place, but we're not like giving ourselves away. Like, you know, when we're getting in there, we're quiet as hell. We're not like trying to be seen.
Yeah.
Once we're in there, you're covered. You know, whatever.
It did give us a pretty bad scare though at one point. So
Yeah.
we're trying to get up into this big tube, right?
Yeah.
And so Max moves this bag, and some like dust comes up in the air. We didn't think of it, and I'm like, "What's in that bag? Like, why are all these bags around?" So I kind of move it. And I look down and it says like, "Warning: asbestos, hazardous material." And I'm like, "Oh,
Oh fuck.
fuck."
Dude.
Because
Yeah.
asbestos is so bad for your lungs. Like,
Yeah.
it gives you cancer. I don't know. It's just really bad for you.
Yeah, I think
So we're
we're
like,
good though.
dude, we just breathe so much of that airborne stuff in. And, this was like maybe a few months ago, so we're fine. But
Yeah, we're fine.
who knows? Who knows what'll happen?
I mean,
Yeah, maybe 20 years down the line we'll get cancer, and we'll call each other up at the same time and be like, "Hey, you got cancer?
hey,
Yeah, I got
fuck
cancer."
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
mean,
then our podcast can be like Cancer Friends or something.
so oh yeah, we'll have a little croaky voice. Yeah, so back in 18, you know.
I know what you mean, Max. And I have like a voice box, so I have to press it.
Dude, fuck. So okay, so I've been in there 8 times or so or whatever, and recently I've been doing runs or bikes, kind of passing it, seeing what's up, because on weekdays I've noticed there's been more and more people, cameras. They don't want you going in there. We're not trying to.
And
get
a
caught.
while ago, they welded the doors shut too.
Oh yeah, and they started not even just the one door. They started putting up a bunch of stuff. There used to be a hole in the fence. They put a thing in front of that. So, they've been trying to keep it on lockdown. For because it's a privately owned building, they don't want they don't want to get someone to see their ass because he got hurt in an old factory.
Yeah.
So I kind of bike there, and I bike down to the rail. You know where those railroad tracks go by, Will? Like when you cross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the road going in there.
They just go right by the factory.
Yeah. They just.
Like for shipment stuff and.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But all that stuff's not in working order anymore. So.
Yeah, so I'm biking on this bike path, and there's like some homeless guys under a tree over there, biking by. It's a nice little dirt path, and it comes around to the back of this road, and I see like one of those abandoned parts of the railroad tracks. There's this really sick old like caboose, like caboose. I don't know what to say about it, and it's all this thing is obviously not
train car.
Yeah, train car. But it's it's like one of those worker cars. It's not just like for it's transportation for people, not for shit.
Or cargo or whatever.
Yeah, cargo. So I'm like, this place is awesome. Like it's kind of back here. If we get in here, this could be a spot. So obviously the doors are welded shut. So I hop on the roof because the top window, like. How do I explain this? On the engine cars, right? You have the windows on the top, those little ones, and it's like it almost boxes out where the people, the engineers.
Yeah.
Right, you kind of know what I mean. So these are just on the middle, but on the sides, and it kind of boxes out like a few inches. So I get on top of that part, which is like another step up, and both windows are open. So I slide in there, not too hard to get in, and yeah, it's just really cool in there, like
yeah, that sounds sick.
And like also one of the things with like old abandoned stuff is you have to worry about like, rat shit and all that stuff because it can be poisonous, right?
Yeah.
After they sit for a while, but since this place is so well locked up and the only way in is like a, 18-foot tall window off the ground, the place is like, for better, for lack of better words, it's almost clean for something to be abandoned.
Dude, we get like some chairs in there.
Oh, dude, totally. And at
That'd
night,
be sick.
And like it's also again, if this was on some like public street, I would not mess with this. But this is back in the boonies. Like there's like a maintenance facility kind of across the road. But I wouldn't be worried about that. There's no houses. There's nothing like that. So as long as we're not loud, no one will mess with us back there.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you saw the video, they've got a shitter. The bathroom, they have like
a
bunch of firewood, a bunch of just like they already have chairs in there and stuff,
Yeah.
So
I would not be shitting in that toilet.
Okay.
Like we don't know where that's going. Nobody's like coming in and taking out like that's just gonna build up until.
Okay, well maybe if you need a piss, right?
Maybe we can just piss out the windows,
dude. These windows are tall. Like I'm telling you, it's a little. You can't be You gotta have some
Yeah. Okay.
athleticism
Okay.
to get in this window. It's not. You saw the photo.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
ways up.
We can just all right. You stand on the ground and then you just piss through the window, like a rainbow. You know.
Yeah, dude, pissing off
Dude,
stuff is
easy.
so fun.
Yeah. No. Like pissing into like off an edge, off of like a cliff.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
that's one thing I want to do. Pee off the Grand Canyon.
P. Is there many? I don't know how close you can get to the edge though.
Oh, you can sit on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like right on the tall part. I went there. I don't know, probably when I was like 10 or yeah, around 10.
Yeah.
Family road trip, and me and my dad were just sitting off the edge, like legs dangling off.
Huh.
And dude, the Grand Canyon is so beautiful. Like that would be
Yeah.
such a cool place to take a road trip,
Where is the Grand Canyon again? I'm not even.
dude.
Are we
I have
talking?
no idea.
Are we talking west?
What are we talking, Max?
Like west from us or what?
You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, it's funny. That's some basic
Where?
geography I should know, but
Yeah, I know. It is Grand Canyon. Oh, it's in Arizona. Yeah,
it's in there.
that makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah. So west.
Yeah.
Um.
It's such a beautiful place, though.
Yeah,
Really
that's
is.
me and my dad always used to do road trips. That's a place I haven't gotten to see yet.
That would be a cool place to go with a road trip with the boys. You know.
Yeah. So let's hey, we're not talking about anything specific. Let's talk about our ideal road trip, right?
Ooh, all right.
Why
This
not?
is mine. So,
Okay.
me and some guys get out in a van.
Yeah.
You know, van. You got some beds in the back. We go out, South Dakota.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We hit hot springs, cliff jumping places, and just like hang out and like hike, just
Yeah.
like camp and stuff.
Yeah.
And
totally.
then we don't go to Mount Rushmore because that's lame.
No, of course not.
But we just like find some
Crazy
other stuff
Horse
to
is
do, you
cool.
know. Crazy Horse is pretty cool, but like
It's unfinished. It's kind of like it's like the
yeah,
more ghetto version of Mount Rushmore.
I think
it's-
Crazy Horse is way cooler than Mount Rushmore though.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Because Mount Rushmore, you get there and you're like, huh, this is pretty small.
Yeah.
Like this is smaller than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's almost like, if everyone's been to Mount Rushmore, the walkway up to it, like all that,
Mhm.
it's literally like I swear a quarter mile of like this beautiful stone slabs placed along. It's like there's more construction gone into the viewing section than the actual mountain.
Mm-hmm. Did we talk about our trip to Black Hills?
We did not.
Yeah. Well, so me and Max, back in 8th grade, last year, we went on the school trip to Black Hills, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Dude, it's beautiful out there. It really is. That was a really fun trip.
Yeah.
We went
Oh,
on
dude,
it
for
with
sure.
one of our favorite teachers, Mr. O, who's just a super cool guy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. Max even had like a lighter that he brought for like who knows what, and Mr. O found it, took it, and then gave it back to him later because he was like, Max, I trust you. I don't think you're doing anything bad. But even if you are, we're not at school.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
And,
here I'll tell you exactly what he said. He said, Max.
Yeah, I wasn't there for it, but
Yeah, yeah. He's like Max. I don't care what you're using the lighter for. Just don't bring it to school, all right?
yeah, no.
And he's like, yeah, this doesn't.
He was such a good teacher, dude.
Yeah, he's like, this doesn't change how I look at you. I know you're not a bad kid. You're not, really doing shit with it. It's just like I had it on me. I had it my camping kit, which is it was like a DOP kit filled with just like a bunch of fire starting kit and lighters and stuff. And
Yeah.
hey, you're 8th grade. You're gonna play around with a lighter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no. One part of that trip, we went to this like cliff jumping spot, which was
Oh
like
yeah.
So we went there like in winter. Like snow was falling. Snow had just it was just snowing. Like a solid, half a foot, 3/4 of a foot of snow.
Oh yeah, our
And dude,
first
it
hike,
was cold.
dude.
Cold.
Our first
Yeah.
hike of the trip was so snowy, like
Oh my
literally
god.
just like
Yeah, it was
I mean,
crazy.
how I imagine Alaska. Like literally
Yeah.
all the pine trees weighed down by the trees. It was a white forest around
hmm
us.
Super beautiful, but so like the day after that, Mr. O took us up to the spot for cliff jumping,
Oh yeah, near
and
Mount
like
Rushmore actually.
yeah, near, super near, like, really close to Mount Rushmore, and this was a big cliff, like a solid 20 feet,
Yeah, yeah,
and nothing huge,
This isn't
but
like
like
swimming.
you
This
had
is like, you know.
you had to jump over this like edge to even get into the water, which I was like, damn, dude, like my mom would not let me do this.
Yeah.
And
And
then
these
you jump into this water, and this water is so cold, dude. The coldest water I've ever been in, for sure.
Oh
Because
yeah, for
you're
sure.
you're up really high, at high altitude. The just snow, like there's ice in the there's ice. Some parts of the water are iced over.
Oh
So you
yeah.
get
Yeah.
in, and me and Max are the first people to jump in,
Yeah.
and we jump in together. We're like like high five before, and we hit it.
Yeah.
And
One,
then
two, three.
you hit the you hit the water, and you just go and like
Yeah, you hit the
yeah.
water and your
You just,
mind is just sharp as a fucking razor. You look around, you're like,
oh my
okay,
god,
time to
dude.
get out. Your
Yeah.
body's literally, you go into shutdown. Your body's
Mhm.
priority is like, all right, we gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta get out of this water.
I got like my muscles were tensing up, and I couldn't breathe for a little bit there just because of the shock of the water, the cold water,
Yeah. And how,
And
it wasn't like, again, this isn't a swimming beach. Like, this is just a lake with some rocks on the side.
yeah,
So I was having trouble getting out because there was a bunch of
Yeah.
those big rocks. And everyone was
Yeah.
like, are you okay? And my body, it looked like I was actually not okay, but I really was just cold, and then I was just struggling to get out of the water.
yeah,
So I'm like falling, and I'm like shivering trying to get out of this water, and Will's already out.
yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm out. I'm going as fast as I can. And then this one
Yeah.
chick does it. She goes and she lands like on her back, and Mr. O just goes, "Oh, fuck! Why did I do this? Why?" Like this is such a
Yeah.
liability, And
Yeah.
that's one of these things. Like this is the last time people are ever gonna do this.
Yeah,
10,
for sure.
5, 10 years from now, this is gonna be impossible to do. Like there's
Yeah.
absolutely no way anybody would be able to do that.
Yeah, like in Breakfast Club when Principal Vernon is like in the closet. You've seen that movie, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Principal Vernon's in the closet, like threatening John Bender. He's like, punch you right here,
yeah,
He like locks a kid in the closet for the rest of the school day. Like
yeah.
that stuff nowadays. Oh my god,
Never could
such
be,
a liability,
Uh-huh.
And again, like this, we'll be telling our kids like, yeah, our teachers let us jump off this cliff in that like
Oh, yeah.
ice cold water.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Like, we're on a leash now in school.
Like,
I swear.
This is crazy even for now. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know any
fa-
other
it-
teacher that would do that.
No, just Mr. O and the teachers we had. There's no
Yeah.
way.
That was a cool trip, Hey, we
Yeah,
got to
that was a
bond
real
with
fun
Mr.
trip.
O. Yeah, it was awesome.
The what?
Got a bond with Mr. O.
A what?
Bond.
Oh,
Max?
bond. I
Yes.
swear you kept saying bong. And I was
Dude,
like,
you're
Will,
just like
what?
smoking up with Mr. O. Shit.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Will, what?
All right. I want to talk about the editing process of the last episode.
Oh, yeah. All right. So,
All right. So we record our stuff, and I record it into this audio software that is so bad. Like the worst thing you can imagine. It's
Yeah.
like, from like the early 2000s. Like this little pop-up
Yeah.
thing, like audio editing software for Chrome. And
what was the
I
full
put it
name of
in
it?
like audio voice recorder or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
online audio voice recorder.
Yeah,
And that
online.
Was the full name.
It was online audio voice. That was it.
Yeah.
So I recorded, and everything looks good, right? and
Yeah.
I get it, I download it, put in my files, and where Max was planning on editing it, so I send it to him. He
Yeah.
opens it, and it's just 13 seconds of random screeching and noises.
Yeah, it's 13 minutes of like just nonsense, no. It starts off with a beeping noise. And also it had trouble playing. Like I couldn't play it from the beginning. I would hit play and it just instantly paused itself.
Yeah.
So I'd have to skip like a few seconds and then it would play and it was just like so
But for
yeah.
some reason, like, I could play it on Google Drive and it worked fine. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just edit it. There has to be something. It has to be something to do with like sending files over our computers, how they're different.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Max sends over his file and it works fine. Then I put it into this editing software, right? Just something on Google Chrome I found, and I put it in, and podcast 2, Max's podcast, gets in fine, right? It's in there.
Yeah.
Then I put in my podcast, and it just crashes. And I keep doing that. I keep trying making little adjustments, like deleting things, because it says like I don't have enough storage or something. So I just keep doing that for like 2 hours, just adjusting things, and I'm like, dude, this isn't gonna work. I give up.
Yeah, did you
I
like
can't do it.
deleting all your stuff on your computer?
Yeah, I deleted it, like everything, which I totally did not need to do. So
Yeah.
that happens, and then I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna get my dad's computer because he has a nicer computer. He has an actual PC. I'll just use that when I get it. So the next day I get that and I'm trying to edit it. I put it in, and they both go in fine, and I'm like, yes. And then I start it, right, and mine is exactly 60 minutes long, and yours is like an hour and 3 minutes. So I'm like, whoa, what happened there? And I play, and it just cuts out randomly at an hour. So like, if you listen to if you listen to the last
Oh yeah.
the last part of the podcast, mine, I just say something like, oh yeah, my audio just cut out at 60 minutes for some reason. You get to listen to Max.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like overdubbing from the podcast because I don't know what I said.
Yeah.
So that happened. And then I'm like, I put it into this editing software now, and I get it perfectly edited. It sounds awesome. And then
okay, hold.
And then
Very good, Will. Very good.
I don't know. It was a different one. I had it perfect that time, Max. Perfect.
Oh.
It was exactly on the money. And I try and export it, and it goes like, you have to pay for this feature. And I'm like, no, I just did all of that work. So I'm like,
Dang.
fuck it, I'm done. So then I download on my dad's computer Audacity, which actually works. It's like a good free site. And so I'm doing that, and I get podcast 2 in. Then I get my podcast, my part of the podcast in, and it's just 5 seconds of screeching. And I'm like, what? Why? I just had it. And so then me and Max call, and eventually we figure out that it was like, it wasn't actually an MP3 file. It was some other weird thing that recorded on. So I got into this thing that converts Google Drive things into MP3, and that worked, thank God. So I finally put it into Audacity. But then I have to figure out Audacity, because Audacity is so confusing. It just makes no sense. And then, maybe like an hour and a half of just doing stuff with that. Doing just like tiny little movements to make it perfectly matched up. And I'm like, whatever, it's good enough. So I play it, It sounds pretty good. It's a little bit off, though. Like, on on Max's end, you can hear me talking through the phone.
Yeah, just like a split second after Will finishes talking, you can hear, Will talking from my headphones, right over.
Mm.
So, and okay, between all this, Will is sending me like all these different versions of this fucking MP3 file.
Yeah.
Like through what was that one site you had?
Like Dropbox or something. Like send big
But it wasn't like
files.
Dropbox. It was like a free ripoff of Dropbox.
Yeah.
And he's sending me all these versions, and I'm like, so hey, in the end, you have a.
In the end,
know,
I edited it. It sounds fine. And then
Yeah.
then I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna finish it. I'll put the picture over. So I
Yeah.
download DaVinci Resolve, right? And it's downloading. So I'll just I'll get to it in the morning.
Yeah.
So next morning I wake up and my dad's computer's just not there. I'm like, oh no. And he was like, no, you're not
Dang.
allowed to use it anymore. I'm like, I was so close. So
Yeah.
close. And then eventually I get it back and I send it to Max. And yeah.
Yep. And that worked. That fine. So this time, since I record through Logic, and since I'm not using, in all honesty, Will has an old Chromebook, so I totally understand
Yeah,
how
yeah.
that whole process gets kind of fucked up. But I'm using Logic. This one always seems to work pretty well. So hopefully Will's recording with a different recorder software now, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm using
Okay.
123 apps right now.
So this one, who knows? But whichever way, Will's gonna send it to me. I had him. I don't know. I could leave it in. Not really. I had him clap. So hopefully I can line up the clap through, the speaker on my phone to my mic, and then just the clap from his mic. Try to line them up, and then that'll include the delay between the calls. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? It could be the same as last time. We'll see.
It's not too hard to line it up either. It took me like 20
no. I
minutes.
just mean like, yeah. I mean, I more mean will it work? Because it's overcall. It
yeah.
can we still have our mess ups just talking because this is delay. So I'll be talking and then you'll talk, and when I start talking again, you don't hear me talk again. So we just talk over each other for like a second.
Yeah. It sounds pretty good though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You just got to get used to Will. It's weird when, Will doesn't sound that good right here, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And then he sends me the recording, and we both have Bluebird mics, so it sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah. Our mics are pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, Blue's
Yeah, they're a good
Blue's
company.
a good one,
I love my USB mic, dude. It's so easy. You just plug it in,
Yeah,
you're good.
dude. I'm so glad. Yeah, because I recommended it to you, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it.
I think we were just
maybe you found
looking.
yourself too.
I think we were just looking at
Yeah.
mics together. We were like, oh, you can just do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Pascal has your Bluebird USB mic,
Oh yeah, the same
and
one.
he's had it for a while now. So when you said you're gonna get a USB mic, it makes me think of that one because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Blue mic is pretty great. Even though you have to plug it into a, if anyone cares, not that anyone does, because who knows. I'm plugging my Bluebird into a Focusrite and then right into Logic. So this is about as good of quality as you can get.
This one sounds
Yeah.
pretty good too. It's not like the best, but
No,
She
no.
works.
Believe me, it sounds way better than like your phone.
oh my god, it's so much better. Yeah.
Yeah. What time are we at, Will?
Oh, looks like we're at 40 minutes, just coming up on 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in.
What are you thinking?
We can just keep talking a little bit. Yeah, so I'm
that's
in
fine,
my
that's
I'm in my sister's room right now. Because my sister and my parents are gone, but my brother is still in his room, clacking away at his loud ass keyboard. And so I'm just hoping they don't come back. Because if they come back, my sister's gonna walk in here. So I put a little note on the door that says, "Anna, I'm doing a podcast. Don't knock or come in." Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a total possibility. Like my dad could come down at any point.
Yeah, but then you can just have John on the podcast for a little bit. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
We don't want to have Anna on the podcast because she's boring.
Well, but she wouldn't say anything. She'd just see Will with like all his shit just set up, and she'd be like, "What are you doing? Get out of my room, Will." And you'll be like, "No, Anna, I'm doing a podcast." And she's like, "Mom, Will's in my room."
Oh,
That's how it'll
I've
go.
got some movies for us to watch, Max.
All right, what movies?
We have to watch all of the new Steven Seagal movies.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
And
So
what are they called?
like Sniper, Special Ops, they're just really bad movies. But so,
That's why I'm like, I don't know this.
no, you won't know them because they're so bad, dude. I've been watching like trailers of them and like not reaction videos, but like, you know what I mean. So
I get yeah, reviews of them.
yeah, it just Steven Seagal doing whatever he wants because he's famous and rich, you know. So he can make any kind of movie that he wants, and he just makes the shittiest movies.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh,
That's so
yeah,
funny.
no, it's sick. Like the Sniper Special Ops thing, he just gets a bunch of old pro wrestlers, and they just like go around, and Steven Seagal does not get out of this chair for the whole movie, dude.
Really?
Because he doesn't have to, you know. He's like rich and like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave, you know. And all of these movies are like Steven Seagal in Sniper Special Ops, but then he only has like 20 minutes of screen time,
Eh,
or like less.
Is it just like yeah?
Just
that's
another
funny.
movie that includes Steven Seagal. But yeah, Steven Seagal is such a weird guy too, you know,
Yeah.
like weird child.
What has he
stuff.
been in? Yeah, what has he been
Nothing I know. Like some
in?
just
Like yeah.
really shitty action movies that
Here. I'm
are
gonna search it
super
up on
famous in China and get millions and millions of dollars.
it.
What have you been up to, Max?
I don't know. I went on a run today.
Nice.
It was fun. Oh my god, dude. Steven Seagal on deadly ground, above the law,
Yeah.
outforce justice, under stage. They're all literally him on the cover with a gun.
Yeah.
Literally all
Every single
four
one.
of these.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he's literally just looking at the camera.
Yeah. We have to watch a few
Yeah,
of
no.
these and then talk about them.
Dude, for sure.
Me
That'll make
and Max
conversation funny.
me and Max have this thing where we just like hang out and watch really bad movies.
Yeah.
We've only
it's
watched
fun.
2 so far. The Nanny, which we've
Yeah.
already talked about, and we got like halfway through this one movie that I don't know if I
Which
even
one
want
was it?
the like
Oh, dude.
dude.
That one's not even worth talking about. It's just
I kind of want to talk about it though.
Dude, there's nothing to talk about. It is 100%.
I'm just gonna say the plot of the
just-
movie. The plot
Okay,
of the movie.
It is wait. The movie is solely based off the cringe factor. There's
Oh
no
yeah, no.
good part of it.
There's
Like,
no
it's
good.
just cringe,
There's no
that's it.
jokes. There's no good acting. It's just
No.
cringe and shock humor. So
Yeah.
I
yeah.
don't even remember the name of this movie, but the plot is there's this kid who finds out that his parents were porn stars, and then he decides to go to Hollywood or something or like LA and become a porn star.
Yeah.
And what he does
Sorry about-
is just hilarious. Like he he goes in
It's
and people are like filming him, are like, all right, you ready for the scene? And he just goes, the girl starts like taking her clothes off, and he just pulls down his pants. He has this smallest ween, dude. And then he just shakes and comes everywhere. And then he becomes a sensation, dude. Like, he's the biggest porn star
Yeah.
around. And we didn't finish the movie, but I'm guessing he won like some porn star award against some like really famous porn star, because that's how all those movies go.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah. It's absolute
Yeah, and
shit.
okay. So this movie is not bad. It's just
No, it was bad.
It's dated. No. I'm
Oh.
gonna say that one
Okay,
was awful.
okay.
No. No, that one was awful. No, I'm saying The Warriors. We watched The Warriors for the first time.
Yeah. No, I love the
It's
Warriors. It's
I
in
love
my
the
top
movie.
10 favorite movies.
Oh, believe me, I love the movie. However, the acting really is not that
Oh
good.
yeah, no,
It's
for sure. It's a
it's
cult
totally
cult
dated.
classic.
Cinematography is like pretty average. No, believe me, it's awesome. I really liked it.
I
But
just
that's
love
definitely
the plot.
I think it goes in that.
Dude. Like the plot and just what
Oh yeah,
happens.
totally.
The Warriors
Yeah.
is about this gang that goes to like this gang meeting, and then
Uh-huh.
the guy up front gets killed, and people are like,
Yeah.
"Hey, that was the Warriors." And then the Warriors, they have to go back home before all the other gangs in New York try and kill them.
Try to kill him, yeah.
Yeah. And then at
And
the end,
it's
they
just
find
utter
out,
chaos.
yeah, who actually did it.
That
It's awesome.
yeah.
It's so cool.
And obviously the Warriors are like they're really good, really good at fighting.
Yeah.
So along the whole way they just some pretty great
They just fuck people
fight
up. It's
choreography in that
awesome.
movie.
Oh yeah. It's so classic.
A new movie, yeah, a new movie I watched, which I think has become one of my top 5, I'd say. City of God
Mhm.
is an awesome movie. So there's two things I like about it. Like the plot is awesome, and then also like the cinematography and the music and all that. The aesthetic is just awesome too. It pretty much I can't say too much about it because it's just a bunch of stuff that happens. But it's in Rio de Janeiro, in the City of God. I don't know what the actual town's called, but that's what everyone calls it in the movie.
Mhm.
And it starts off. These kids just like they start off by robbing like gas trucks and stuff like this. And the main guy, Rocket. Well, number one, the names are great. Lil Dice, Shaggy, Lil Zay, all there's a bunch of great names in it. But Rocket, pretty much, his brother, I forget, was part of the older kids in the gang, and he didn't want to be, so he just kind of turned into a photographer, and all this stuff happens. And he starts taking photos for like the paper, and all. I mean, that doesn't do justice at all with a movie like that,
All right, Max.
It's just like stuff happens.
Would this be a movie I would watch with my parents?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely
Okay.
not. I mean, yeah, there's a scene where they shoot a kid.
Oh yeah. That's not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
There's a partial rape scene.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a tough movie.
Yeah, I bet.
For sure. Lil Zay is he's an awful guy, so he does some pretty fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
I
I watched.
But yeah, no. Oh, I mean, beside that, it's great.
I watched The Wolf of Wall Street last night.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Ah, that's so good, dude. So like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it.
So
It's just
a
awesome.
businessman, a wannabe Wall Street businessman. I mean, I guess I'm
Mhm.
describing it to people who haven't seen it, but wannabe Wall Street businessman. Pretty much, he gets starts work at a first law firm, and he's just like, a nobody, another guy in the business, and he, I don't know if he does he get fired?
So the stock
Or no,
market
he just
crashed.
leaves.
And then
Oh, yeah,
a
the
bunch
stock
of
market crashed,
guys
and he got let go.
Got let go. So he started a new one, dealing like penny stocks.
No, hold on. Yeah, so before he started a new one, he found penny stocks. He worked at this firm,
Oh yeah, you're right.
or a little penny stock place, and he was like, "How much do I keep?" And what is it, 50%?
Yeah, 50%.
Yeah, 50%. So he's like, no way. So he starts to get ideas. He's talking to all his local guys.
And like he's
And,
an
yeah, he starts
awesome
the firm.
salesman too. He like just
Oh yeah,
destroys.
for sure.
And then everything keeps building up, and it's just like this really sketchy, law firm. And then eventually, they get closer and closer to getting busted, and they're doing tons of drugs. Eventually, they just go over the
Yeah.
edge and get busted. Then he rats
Mhm.
on all his friends, and he gets out. And so I was actually on YouTube, and I found the real guy. I forget his name.
Yep.
I found his
Yeah, I forget
YouTube
too.
channel.
Yeah, he does talks down on it.
Yeah, and just really good business advice. And
Yeah,
I've
it's,
watched a few of his videos. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, part of the movie is just the absolute insanity because this guy is king of the world with this law firm. It's
Yeah.
the biggest law firm. He's a, multi-millionaire, right?
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's part of it. Just the absolute madness that goes on with this.
Mm.
You know, like what, like the ship scene. It's like a yacht, and they take it across some chop.
Yeah. And the
Ends up to be a
plane
complete
comes
storm.
and just explodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool.
It's just like Madlands, and a bunch of drugs, Quaaludes and stuff
Yeah.
like that. These guys, they're like, it's
Do you
just.
remember that video I sent you about the Quaaludes guy?
Which one?
You know that video about the guy talking about Quaaludes?
Oh yeah, he's like a.
Some
He sounds like a New Yorker.
Oh, he's hilarious. I've watched a few more of his videos. He just goes
Yeah.
on and like rants about stuff, but he's so funny.
is that?
The
What's his
kid
name
from
again?
the kid from Brooklyn.
Yes, the kid from Brooklyn. And yeah,
Oh man, I gotta tell you about Quaaludes, man. Those things they'll put you on their ass. They feel so good. It's so funny.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he died a bit ago. So R.I.P. The kid from Brooklyn.
Yeah, dang. I like YouTube has so much like clickbait, just like stuff,
Mhm.
And then there's so much like little gems. on
Oh
YouTube,
yeah, I know. I follow this thing on Reddit.
Like
It's called what is it, like Deep YouTube or something, or Down YouTube, like all those things where you go down these like weird YouTube rabbit holes. I just love that.
oh yeah, totally.
Just find these sick these
Um,
awesome little nuggets, gems.
Yeah, like Cheap Joke is one of my favorites.
Mhm.
Animation. It's a good one. It's just a good animation.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because people call it, in the notifications, it's such a weird, short little animation, this little film that's like not that popular.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people are like, you have reached the end of YouTube. Turn around and go back.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's so much, like, Jack Stauber.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Double
Dude,
King is
I've been watching.
what's his name?
I've been watching this new animated show, or an animated
What?
animation channel, Meat Canyon.
Oh, dude, Meat Canyon's so
Oh,
funny.
it's so funny.
Dude,
They're
watch
pretty
his,
popular though. They're not like
Yeah, I know. It got taken down. Someone re-uploaded though. It's
the Wabbit season.
search like Meat.
You gotta
Yeah.
take your man pussy on you, don't you? Dude, that's so
Yeah, it
funny.
got taken down. wonder why.
Well, it got taken down. It got claimed by Disney, so that means that
Oh, it did.
Wabbit season is canon, dude.
Yeah.
It means that Roger Rabbit is a rapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one overall is oof.
It's so
Yeah.
funny though. Like the day drinking ones are hilarious.
Day drinking, yeah.
Yeah.
Some other artists on YouTube you gotta check out. Umami, he does almost like a retro 4x3, like I don't know how to describe it, almost pixelated animation, but he does it in such a cool way, like Paste. Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What's that? Well, I don't want to forget his name. Double King, that guy.
Yeah. I can't remember
It's,
who the animator for that
Felix
was.
Colgrave.
That's such a
Yeah,
good video
Felix
though.
Colgrave. Yeah, Felix Colgrave, you gotta check out. He does a few. He does
Mhm.
like Bamboo, the Elephant's Garden. Those are all cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Jack Stauber too. Did you bring him up already?
Hey, Jack
Jack
Stauber.
Stauber's awesome.
It's funny. It's weird because he's like, I don't have TikTok, but I mean,
He's super.
he's on that.
His songs are on that. He's really His songs are really
Yeah.
popular.
He's like really popular, but then like I don't understand how like the common media likes. Maybe they like his music, but if you watch his animations, like
all right.
they're far from like
Yeah.
popular media stuff.
That's one
weird.
thing I like about TikTok is they just make like cool songs popular. Like I got
Yeah.
this one song from TikTok, Chinese New Year, that I like.
Yeah.
And then Buttercup
Uh-huh.
by Jack Stauber. Just
Yeah.
because these TikTokers have these cool songs they like
Yeah.
and they put them on, which is it's cool.
Yeah, another one is Crystal Dolphin by Englewood. That's a total TikTok meme, but like I've been listening to Englewood for a while and he's almost like a dance artist, which
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny that I listen to his music, but like it's really good. You know, it's all electronic, like nice samples and stuff, really cool. Like Crystal Dolphin is like some old Japanese pop song from like who knows the 90s or whatever.
Huh.
And you know, he samples it and it's just really cool. And of course TikTok had it, but I mean, listen to some of Englewood's stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Otherwise, the TikTok is shit.
Oh yeah, besides that, it's just total shit posting.
Alright, there's some funny memes on there. I will say. Some
Yeah,
good memes
I
come
don't
out of
have it.
TikTok, but 90% of it is
Yeah.
absolute garbage.
Some of that TikTok cringe is like, that's really the end of the internet. It can't get
Yeah.
worse than that. That's as much
Mm,
as we can overproduce content. Like that's it. There's no, I think that's a limit.
there's so many like weird subgenres in TikTok too, like country girls,
know.
country boys, like these trucker dudes, like anti-vax moms. Just so much
Yep.
gold in TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, gold's the right word.
Yeah. I don't like social medias at all, except for Reddit. I like Reddit.
Yeah, I've Reddit too. Reddit and Snapchat simply for communication because not all our friends have Apple, so
Yeah.
I way rather use Snapchat than do
Oh yeah.
group chats with
They're
like Android and
awful.
stuff. Just so fat, so fucky.
Yeah. I like Snapchat though. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Some of the stuff.
then you go to the
Then you go to the
stories
stories and like the things some girls post, just awful,
side of it. Yeah, I know.
awful.
It's this. Yeah, some of those stories are like the same as TikTok.
Yeah.
It's just like Looper. They're like 2 things you didn't know about.
Yeah. Dude.
Superman.
Have you seen Ren's story? Ren is our friend Ian's the singer for his band, dude. Oh
Yeah, it's what
it
it's
is
so.
cringe. Here, I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read this stuff. Here, all right. Let me find it.
Fuck you guys.
she might listen to this though. That'll be funny.
Yeah, right.
Or Ian would show her.
There's no way.
All right, here it is. Okay, gotta get through all these swipe ups. The swipe ups are so annoying too, because I'll be like
Yeah,
going
dude.
through the stories, and I'll just have to click like so many times through all those. All right,
Yeah.
look at this.
Mike.
My sunburned ass crying about the body I wish I had, laughing my ass off.
Dude,
Oh.
my cousin on here, he's a piano player.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, when you're so bored during quarantine, you start learning traditional Italian music. And he has this, like, rendition on, like...
Oh, no.
It's so good. No, dude, it's good.
it's
That's,
good?
like, the joke,
Alright, cool.
is that... Yeah, it's good. No, it's, it's on a, accordion.
Hmm.
And it's, it sounds like Italian street music.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's fun.
Yeah. I made that song that I was talking about making a song in the last podcast. I'm like, I just get so close, but I can't finish it. I said something like that, and I just did it,
yeah.
and I was like, all right, that sounds okay. I just did it.
Nice. Sick.
Hey, you heard it, right,
Hey,
man?
you should, no?
Yeah, I sent it to you. You said, oh, that's cool.
You did?
Yeah.
On text or Snap?
Text.
Let's see.
It's just those like 2 little guitar parts I put together.
Oh, it was
You got this, Max. Come on.
Well, no, it's not on text. When did you send this?
I don't know, like right
I
after
sent-
we finished recording the podcast.
Well, right after I sent you or where is it after when I sent you the La Mentra de Giano? Was that after or before?
I don't know. I'm gonna find it. Looking through me and Max's texts. I gotta go through all these.
Moon rocks.
Gotta go
more
through all
like
these.
Moon sucks.
I have to go through all these nudes you send me. Yeah, let Let me see.
Nothing but, nothing but flowers. More like nothing like flowers, because flowers are pretty and good, and that song is not.
Oh, dude, I have to talk about this. The sheep I found.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I was in Minecraft, right? And I found this pink sheep, natural pink sheep. I looked it up, 1.67 chance of it spawning. So I said,
No.
here, let me just read the text. It's a picture of a pink sheep.
No, Will.
What?
You sent not 1.67.
0.167% chance.
Yeah, 0.167.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
So I sent him a picture of the pink sheep. Below that says natural pink sheep, 0.167 chance of spawning. Then Max says,
I'm like,
damn, what the hell? And I said, yeah. Then I show him another picture of it. It's in like a little pen. And he says, sick.
I'm like,
and I said, yeah. And then I the next picture I send is just a crater where the pen used to be from a creeper, and then it says fuck.
Yeah, and then the best part, this photo, you wouldn't believe how great it is. It's this crater, and right next to the crater, literally a block away, is still the sign that says the rarest sheep regiment.
Yeah.
It's like still right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, what you gonna do about it, you know?
All right. Oh, dude, my back.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this.
Well, what time are we at?
I can't find
my
it
dad
either.
just.
What did you say, Max?
What? I was wondering what time we're at. I'm just trying to keep it like near an hour because my dad wanted me to help with the garden beds.
1 hour and 2 minutes. I think this is a pretty good time to wrap it up.
Oh dang, it is. All right. Well. Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right, cool.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
you know?
it's pretty good.
Well.
Yeah,
we'll
podcast.
See how well I can line it up, and hopefully,
all right.
Main speed bump will be if Will can send the MP3, and that'll work. So.
All right. This was episode 3, The Road to Empanema.
Oh no, just road to.
Oh yeah, just Road to Empanema.
It's funny because it's not emp, it's just IP. I guess it's Eponema.
I just say it how the jazz song they say it.
Empanema.
The girl from Empanema's walking.
When she passes, never see.
That was part of the reason why we named our podcast that. You'll find the other part out many years down the road.
Later. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that was the podcast.
Adios.
Quarantine Friends Part 2.
Numero dos.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye.